You're listening to the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jared.
And this is still the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock. Gentlemen, Jerry, how are you doing this week?
Frank and Jim, I'm doing wonderfully. Thank you.
Right.
Yep.
Jim, how are you?
Doing good. Happy hump day, guys. We're
Awesome.
halfway,
Happy hump day.
there.
All right.
Miércoles.
Right off the bat, something popped in my head. And we'll get into mail call here in a minute.
Okay.
I don't like to disparage any business, especially a record company or distribution or anything like that.
You don't?
No. But this particular company, You Discover Music. You heard of them? Yeah.
No comment.
I ordered 3 albums back on November 24th. And then an additional album after that. They send me an email saying they are not going to send any of the music until the one album is released in April. Now, on the options, I chose send everything as it is in stock. So I wrote them. I said, do not keep my music hostage. Send what is in stock. They get back to me. No problem. It's on the way. This is November.
Famous last. Yeah, it's on the way, bro.
Mm-hmm. Middle of December, I get in touch with them. There's no shipment, nothing. They say, oh, oops, we forgot to send it. Would you like a refund? I said,
we forgot.
No. Yeah. I said, I want what I paid for. Send my records.
Excuse me.
They said, you got it. This is middle of December. This is now January, what are we, 8th, 9th? 13th? I don't know.
14th, 13th?
My
13th,
records,
I think, right? Yeah.
They claim my records were shipped, and they're in Smyrna, Tennessee.
Ooh-wee.
That's where the distribution's.
No, the distribution is in Florida or something like that. So when I go to UPS and I track, it says check back tomorrow. So I've been checking back tomorrow for 3 or 4 days now.
For 5 or 6 tomorrows, yeah.
Yeah. So I got a hold of You Discover Music. I said, this is not my problem. This is your problem. Get my damn records to me. I gave you the money for them. You accepted my money. Send me my records. Well, now they're telling me they're in such heavy problems with back orders that they don't know when they're going to be able to ship my records. So You Discover Music. That's it. I'm done with them. So
that's it.
You Discover Music.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I only had 2 situations with them, Frank, and it's both box sets, and that's it. Yeah. So thank you for that heads up.
Right.
Yep.
Anyways, rant over.
I love it when they tell you, well, I got something still pending from Walmart, speaking of November, right around Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And
it's just bar soap. It's all it is, something simple. It's shipped.
Right.
It's shipped. And then it says delayed. Mm-hmm. And I still haven't called yet because it's Walmart, and I don't worry about customer service with Walmart. Right. I'll just wait.
Get.
But it's like, how can you ship it?
Right.
Tell me it's on the way, and then say it's delayed because it's out of stock. Well, how did you ship it?
Yeah.
So, concurring with your theme, Frank. Sorry for interrupting. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Anyways,
how did you send it if you don't have it?
Yeah. I don't know. We're going to talk about 1968. We each picked a song, and we'll try at least get in the ballpark and get each other's bands right. We'll see if we can even do that. We'll check that out in just a few minutes.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to fail miserably at that, or really score. I'm going to do one of the two.
We'll see. I'm not feeling real confident with either one of you, so I don't think I'll be
Neither am I
even in
with
the
you
ballpark.
guys. And I thought it would be easy. When you first brought it up, Frank, I go, this is going to be easy.
Yeah.
Jim's going to like this. Frank's going to like that. And then I'm going over it. I'm going,
just never know.
I'm not going to do well. No.
How about a mail call, Jim?
Mail call. Okay. I got, there's 3 bands I'm really hot on right now. I'm ordering stuff. Material Issue, Red Cross, and the Muffs.
All right.
So you're going to see a little recurring theme here.
Cool.
And I've got my own mail disaster I'm going to tell
All right.
about too. Okay, so the first one is this comp. It's called Keeping Score.
Okay.
It's from 1988, and it's a comp of like Midwestern bands. Anyway, the first band on there is Material Issue.
Cool.
Their song Echo Beach, and so this is a few years before their debut album came out on Mercury. And from what I understand, there was like a music fanzine, like Midwestern bands, and so they ended up on this comp.
Cool.
And,
Anybody else on there that
found it by accident? Yeah, it's you make me
you've
put
heard
my
of?
glasses on them. I don't even know what I did with them.
No.
So the Scarlet Drops, the Hoover Effect, which I think is a great name, and then Liquid Pink.
Have not heard of any of those.
So have not heard of any of those, but I did start to look up one of the bands, and it turns out like the main, I think it was Liquid Pink, the main singer songwriter guy passed away, unfortunately.
Okay.
So. Red Cross, Get Out of Myself.
Sweet.
UK Pressing. Red Cross Trance.
Go, Jaime.
Which I got this off Discogs. This also is I think UK. And then but like if you order on Discogs, like a lot of times they'll tell you hey, if you order more stuff, you get free shipping. Right? So I just happened to look through the guy had I'm like, oh, well, I want to see what 7 inches the guy has because I'm ordering 7-inch, it'll be easy. And guy's got something like 1,700 7-inches. Like didn't want to go through all that. Anyway, Stone and Knife. This is on Sub Pop Singles Club on gray vinyl, which is really cool. And I also got this from the same guy, the Go-Go's, 7-inch Yes and No, from their Top Show album. So double A side, same song both sides, and not really a picture disc, but kind of
cool.
Really good. And little side note, I didn't know that was so. Jane Weedland co-wrote that with the guys from Sparks.
That's cool.
Russ and Ron Mail. And then so
cool
here's my
places.
here's my I ordered this one off of Discogs also. This is a Red Cross. Notes and chords mean nothing to me on white vinyl one side.
Love that.
Oh, Jaime, that's gorgeous.
And
picture disc on the back.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I think it's like a song on one side and then just a picture on the other side.
Nice.
Anyway, the way they put these records out, it's called Almost Live or something. So what they do is they just show up in their studio, they cut one track, and then that's it. They split out, and they were on tour at the time, and the label asked them, "Hey, would you guys be interested in doing this?" And they said, "Yeah." And so they stopped in between 2 nights on tour. It took them 90 minutes to go in and blow this thing out.
Cool.
How to get back on the road to get to the next date. So kind of cool. Anyway, I ordered this on December 11th, and weeks go by. Nothing. And the guy shipped it. And USPS, I don't know what it is with those guys. United States Postal Service has been doing this longer than anybody else. And their tracking just sucks. You can track with UPS, you can track with FedEx, you can track with them, and you know exactly where your stuff is and when it's getting there. So like nothing, no updates, anything. So I finally contacted them, and they said, "Yeah, man, we're on your case. We'll get back in touch with you as soon as we get this resolved." Then a few days later, I get an update. "Oh, your package is in Pennsylvania." And I'm like, I think it's shipped from like Ohio. It's kind of going in the wrong
direction.
It's going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And then finally I get an update. Yeah, finally get an update saying, hey, your package is going to arrive today.
Excuse me.
And then probably 30 minutes later, I get a call from the post office. Hey, nobody ever got in touch with you about your package? Nobody ever called you? I'm like, no.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's ran by the same people. Yeah, it's ran by the same people that run the DMV. That's all you got to know.
So the lady tells me,
Seguro.
Yeah, so the lady tells me, coincidentally, it arrived here this morning, and you'll have your package today.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Right.
So beautiful piece of vinyl, and glad to have it in the collection.
Well done, Jaime.
Yep. I got a bunch more Red Cross muffs coming my way. So
nice.
Blonder and Blonder, I can't get enough of.
I know you love that record.
The whole all the way through.
The one you got to get is Happy Birthday to Me.
That's another good one. Yeah, well, they're all good. They're in their own way.
Yeah. Frank, you got some mail.
I do have some mail, but speaking of 7-inch records, I picked up a Permanent Green Light.
Nice
single.
Oh,
and you guys know how I love the dead vinyl and what some bands write and scratch in here.
Yes,
and I want to say on the B side of this, and this is. We Could Just Die and The Truth This Time. Somebody etched in the dead vinyl is You Fill Me With Inertia. I think. So
it's like jumbo shrimp. Is it jumbo or is it a shrimp?
I just love, check all those 7-inch records and see if somebody didn't.
Yeah, I actually have that.
Yeah.
Now, guys, at the risk of sounding ignorant again, what is the difference between a 7-inch and a 45?
No difference.
Nothing.
The 7-inch is the size of the 45.
That's just what they call them now?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just another name for them. Now, you can get a 7-inch that's a 33 RPM. That's not a 45.
So, yeah.
You get about 2 minutes on there.
Yeah, usually an EP, though, right? They'll have 2 songs on both sides.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I like that looks like a 45.
My mail call.
Time has marched on, Jerry.
It sure has.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it, guys.
By the way, since you're bringing up Permanent Green Light, new 7-inch single come out.
Yes, I pre-ordered it.
You can pre-order it,
and I would even be, appreciative if Matt Devine would sign them. But I don't think it's probably out of his control because it's a done deal.
All three of them, I think, are local.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Maybe
Chris isn't, but Michael certainly is. And Matt's down here.
It's not coming out till February, and I found that out through when I ordered it. I somehow or another got the wrong address in the address field, so I contacted the record company, and they said, "Oh, no problem. We're not shipping till February."
Yeah, it's a pre-order.
So I'll slip a sticker on the other side, so you get it. So, okay, my mail call. This is Chris Holmes' Mean Man documentary.
Oh, man. He looks mean.
If you are a fan of Wasp, you got to watch this because he's living in France now and he's playing clubs and he can't stand Blackie Lawless. And he talks about how he is on the records as a author of some of the songs, never saw a penny.
Yeah.
So Blackie took control of that band and screwed all of them out of any money. So not surprised.
Is his band. Yeah.
Yeah. Familiar story.
That's it. Yeah. They played together in Sister beforehand.
Right.
And Chris Holmes didn't like him then, but he basically loved Chris Holmes's sound. But then once he went back and started working with him, he tried to muffle him. He tried to change his sound, but he loved his sound. So,
yeah.
Oh boy.
Second thing, Billy Joe Armstrong. This is a album of covers. Manic Monday. I think We're Alone Now.
So solo album for Billy Joe?
Yes.
I always wanted to cover that song.
Yeah. The reason I bought it is he covers Kids in America.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the Kim Wilde version. Sorry.
You just have to know that
You don't have to apologize for that. That's
no, not
Actually,
at all.
I don't. Thank you.
that's the gold standard
Well
that
stated.
they're all
Oh boy,
measured
Yeah.
to.
I remember that. What, 10th, 11th grade? Oh, sorry.
If you don't like the Green Day sound and all that, it's your
Dookie. I
standard
could play all
Billy
day.
Joe Armstrong, you know.
Yeah.
But it's good. Now, you guys are gonna laugh at me.
Nope.
Won't be the first time.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
The Hoff.
Hey,
Let me
check out.
guess, Frank. German import?
Negative. This came from I think Cleopatra Records. We're talking
Cleopatra of all places.
Steve
Wow.
Stevens, Elliot
What?
Easton,
What?
I
Tracy
love Elliot.
Guns,
Oh,
Steve Cropper,
with
Ministry,
Hasselhoff?
Flock of
I love it.
Seagulls, Todd Rundgren, Charlie Daniels. Everybody is on
wait a
this
minute.
album.
You're kidding me.
Wait a
It
minute. Are they all
rocks.
playing with David Hasselhoff, or
Yes.
is it them doing
No.
Hasselhoff covers?
No. He's singing
No
covers,
way.
and they're playing not necessarily their songs, but songs on here. This album kicks ass, guys.
But it's cover tunes.
Cover tunes by the
Give us-
Hoff.
Well,
So give me a little give me a
didn't
little
expect
taste of what
originals.
songs are on it.
Heroes. Okay.
I think we're alone now.
No.
Rhinestone Cowboy.
Oh.
Oh, what a great song.
Yep. Sugar. Sweet Caroline. That's Life. Here I Go Again. White Snake.
Not the white Snake.
Here
So-
I go. The original, I was going to say, then they re-released it with like
And,
a piano.
I'm not familiar. I Melt With You. I don't know. Not quite sure.
Modern English.
Yeah. Lips Like Sugar. And that's the one.
Oh,
Flock of
yeah,
Seagulls.
yeah.
Echo and the Bunnymen.
And what was the Flock of Seagulls one?
Well, that's who they play on that with him.
Oh, they play on that one.
And
Was it
as a
the Score
bonus-
Brothers?
As a bonus,
Red
it's
Vinyl.
red.
Oh, that's why he bought it, Jaime. Come
Yeah.
on.
He bought it because Tracy Guns is on it.
I didn't know
that
Tracy
too.
Guns was on it.
Stevens.
I bought it because it was red vinyl, and I actually heard one of the songs, and like, whole thing's good.
I might have to get a digital copy of that.
There you go.
I think I
Same
need
here.
the vinyl laying around, but
No,
Might be
somebody
worth
might see it,
listening
Jaime,
to.
especially the album cover. You can leave that red vinyl laying around, but don't
Yeah.
leave the album cover.
oh, I'm
Dang
okay
it.
with it.
And don't have a cheeseburger on the ground either. So
Wow.
Hey, don't
He might
don't
make him
hassle
ill.
the Hoff, man.
don't hassle.
Don't
the Hoff.
hassle the Hoff, Frank. Don't hassle the Hoff.
All right, let's move forward to 1968. That was the year I picked,
Mm-hmm.
and a song from that year. I know I asked you guys to write down what you think I would pick.
Oh, yeah.
And get that ready because mine's very simple. 1968. I didn't, of course, at that time know this song. I didn't know it till later,
No, we were kids.
but you know it's Iron Butterfly with Inagata Davida.
Gosh darn it! You don't know how close I came to putting down Inagata Davida,
Okay.
and I changed my mind at the last minute.
What did you pick for me? Helter Skelter. Very good. Yep. Jerry, what'd you pick for me?
Well, I went bands. I
Okay.
think if I just look at the band, I can think of the name. I put Hendrix, Along the Watchtower,
Very good.
Steppenwolf.
Hey, you only get
And,
one guess, man.
Yeah, but how can you guess with Frank once?
Just
Okay, well, I
once.
just put,
You know what? I
put-
saw that Iron Butterfly, and I was all, I bet it's Inagata Davida. And I thought, like, no, that's gonna be. No, I don't think that's it. He's too big a Beatles fan.
Yeah.
I
No.
thought that too, but I didn't put no Beatles. I put Hendrix, Steppenwolf, and Stones.
There you go.
I know we're supposed to pick one. I'm sorry.
So many good songs at first, after
Oh.
the fact.
Loaded.
Well, the last episode when I picked 1968, after I picked it, I said, "Ooh, I hope it doesn't end up being a turd of a year for you guys," because I wasn't really sure what came out that particular year. But then when I
White
started
Album for
researching
me,
it,
yeah.
ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, tons, guys.
Why don't you go ahead, Jerry? What song did you pick?
For myself or you guys?
Your song. What song did you pick?
Once I saw this again, I went to Top 100, 68, and tons of great songs.
Yep.
But once I saw this, I think it was number 9, is Symphony for the Devil.
Stones.
And I have loved that ever since I heard it. I remember being a kid on my Schwinn Stingray. And no, it was the bass line and then that guitar that came in.
Yep.
Then, like, I don't know, good 10, 15 years later, somebody said, I was like, I love this song. Have you ever listened to the words? I go, no.
Right.
Then it re-upped itself. I was like, oh, wow. So absolutely Symphony for the Devil, even though there's Beatles and Canned Heat out there.
Oh, wow.
This is what I picked for you.
Oh, I do like that song too.
I was thinking 45 records and you sitting there listening to the songs that come out. And I thought, you ain't seen nothing like the Mighty Quinn.
I didn't play the game right.
Yeah,
I got one of my guitar gently weaves.
Jaime, you were, if I would have done 5, that would have been in there. Believe me, I went over it. But the one that struck me the most every time I went up the top 100 was Sympathy for the Devil. That's the one. Just the way it starts.
Great
the
song.
maraca.
Yeah. Love that song.
So what? So knowing what Jerry does, Jerry looks at the singles chart. So I got to go back and look at the singles.
I go top
from that
100.
year.
Yeah. Yep. All
Well,
right, Jim.
That Man for Band song. What a great tune.
It was.
You not see nothing like the mighty.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, strangely, my song also comes from Beggar's Banquet.
Oh.
Not Sympathy for the Devil, but Street Fighting Man.
I was going to do that, Jaime.
Love that song. Love it.
Oh, I
not even close.
What
would
you say?
More traditional. I went.
Oh, Crimson and Clover, Tommy James and the Shondells.
I was thinking Joan Jett and everything. I thought, maybe there'll be a connection.
May I interject, Frank?
I love both versions.
I do too.
Jim's band, I thought he would pick song. You said song and or band.
Mm-hmm.
For Jaime, I got Velvet Underground, Tommy James and the Shondells.
You know what? I kind of considered
Three Dog Night.
Considered Velvet Underground actually.
Yeah. Very close.
But then when I was like, oh, Street Fighting Man, I just love that song. Yeah. Probably my favorite.
I mean,
song
I was I was that close to Street Fighting Man. Oh.
Well, next episode, Jerry, it's your pick. What year?
Yeah. The year of our birth.
63.
1963.
You know what? My turn is next, and I was going to pick 63. So.
Okay. Well, here's the deal, Frank. I know the Shop Talk is rock. How far can we go back where the Shop Talk will still be rock?
It doesn't
Bill
matter.
Haley in the comments was what, 55?
55.
But I love me some Glenn Miller, In the Mood.
Whatever floats your boat, if that rings a bell.
Okay. Well, we got to stick with the Shop Talk is rock. So
it's all good.
63 guys. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
All right. Well, let's get on to the new music.
Yeah.
And Jerry, what do you have for us?
The name of the band, thank you, Frank and Jim, is Betty Goo, as in Goo Goo, G-O-O, Betty Goo. Here's what's funny. It's going to take a little bit. Betty Goo was an active band in Boston from like the mid 90s till the late 90s, which is weird considering we have it now. It said we released a critically acclaimed Gooicide in 1997. They played gigs at CBGB's, the Mighty Boss Tones Hometown Throwdown, and a slot in the semi-legendary WBCN Rock and Roll Rumble. So they've been around, and they're good. It's good stuff. But they took a little hiatus and then came back. Excuse me, if you'll excuse me. And the album that Frank's going to spin is Sugar is the Devil. Ain't that the truth? Nope. The song is Sugar is Evil. So they have a little thing with sugar. We've got Aaron Tapp on vocals, guitars, and keyboards. Doug Frame, bass and vocals. Jeff Norcross, drums and vocals. Recorded May 1st, 2019 by Brian Charlize. at Zippa Studios in Brighton, Mass. Additional recording mixed June by Aaron Tapp, our singer, at Quail Top, North Hollywood. Produced by Betty Goo, mastered by Pete Weiss. They've been around. It's good stuff. They were hot and heavy for a while, and then they took a little respite. They had a little album released, and they took a little respite, got back together, started hemming and hawing, and then the COVID comes out. Yep. So it kind of stopped them in their tracks. But yeah, out of Brighton, Mass, Betty Goo, Aaron Tapp, Doug Frame, and Jeff Norcross. And the tune is Sugar is Evil.
Sugar is the Devil. Let's check it out.
Oh, yep.
Yep. What? Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Sugar is the Devil. Here we go.
We've always got some shit to do. It's not easy to parse what we're going through. We're in a rut, but it's time to discuss what the food you eat's gonna do to you. Life seemed much simpler back when our diets were defined by grains. We're waking up, the sun is here, the lies become plain. It doesn't matter if you're big, tall, short, or tiny. Sugar is the devil. There's nothing in the past that should not be left behind. Sugar is the devil. Don't deny yourself a snack or treat. There's just some things you should never eat. There's no end to things we'll never know. There's grace in the art of letting go. We all make mistakes and run in place. If we look, we'll find more room to grow. We long to trust in words from above, but we know now they're not enough, not even from above. It doesn't matter if you're big, tall, short, or tiny. Sugar is the devil. There's nothing in the past that should not be left behind. Sugar is the devil. Don't deny yourself a snack or treat. There's just some things you should never eat. You're feeling sickly. That's not how it has to be. Don't trust the industry. Know your enemy. Really doesn't matter if you're big, tall, short, or tiny. Sugar is the devil. There's nothing in the past that should not be left behind. Sugar is the devil. Sugar is the devil. Corn syrup. Sugar is the devil. Sucralose. Sugar is the devil. Aspartame. Sugar is the devil. Stevia. Sugar is the devil.
All right. Sugar is the Devil by Betty Goo. Was that not a Schoolhouse Rock or what?
That's a commercial right after I'm just a bill.
Yes.
Yes, I'm only a bill.
I
That's good
actually
stuff.
got on Bandcamp today and bought the 7-inch of this. I think I maybe did it yesterday. There's only 5 left. Well, since I bought one, there's 4 left. It's a lathe cut, so I had to have it. It's just so catchy.
What does that mean? Lathe cut?
When they do it by lathe, it's done one at a time. It's real time recording as opposed to it being pressed. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Not cheap to do. Trust me, I know, but it's one way to get your money out there. So, and your music out there, not your money. They're both
And your
gone.
money.
What'd you think of that, Jim?
I love the production on it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great, and it's a fun song.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very fun. Yeah.
It's nice to with all that's going on in the world right now, it's nice to just be able to laugh.
It is,
Yeah.
isn't it? A nice little break. Yeah.
Sugar is indeed the devil. They're doing the Lord's work. That's all.
Yes.
True.
They are.
Yep. Yep. and sugar substitutes also.
Yep.
Yes.
Aspartame, all that other
Beelzebub
saccharine.
right there, man.
Beelzebub.
I love the production, like Jim said.
Symphony for the Devil, yeah.
Very good pop sounding.
That's poppy as heck.
Yeah, it catchy as can be. I mean, you could play these around your kids long enough, they'll be singing at school. So
yep.
Well,
Aaron Tapp, Doug Frame, Jeff Norcross.
All right.
Betty Goo. Betty Goo.
Betty Goo. Check them out.
Brighton, Mass.
All right. Moving forward, my band, little different type of music than Betty Goo. They're called Mississippi Bones, and they consist of Jared Collins, Dusty Donnelly, Jason Miller, Derek Dunson, Jason Rector, and Heather Collins. And it started off with Jared and Dusty as a two-piece. And over a 10-year period, they've recorded over 102 songs.
My God.
And they've got 6 albums out altogether. And the song I picked is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And it's off an EP called Legend of Buckshot Rogers. These guys are out of Ohio.
That sounds great.
So, yeah, 10-year span. They've released 6 full-length albums, 5 EPs, and a handful of random covers. And they've got December, they came out with Wise Words of the Uninformed, but the Legend of Buckshot Rogers just came out in January. So let me play for you from Mississippi Bones, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Tempo playing is through, and I know just what to do. Time to bust some heads, so let's get up out our asses and on our way. There'll be hell to make when we find a man with a bad pride and a wants to listen and disobedience from his father. Oh, one good turn to something other. Potential revenge is best to go, even though now for years I'm told with body ways on the go, but I don't know where that son of a bitch might go. But I gotta go find that fellow. So where do you go when you lost your shoes and you ain't got no soul? I'm now at the filth in the ghetto, I'm sure. So where do you go when you lost your shoes and you ain't got no soul? I'm now at the filth in the ghetto, I'm sure. I know where I gotta go. Shit, it's off to drift to town.
All right, Jerry, I'll wait for your heart rate to come down before you tell me
Yeah.
what you thought.
I like that. I just like that. I love that distortion. I love that fat chord sound. Great vocals. That's a good tune.
Yes.
That's
Jim,
a
what do you
good
think?
tune. Yeah.
Good. I really liked the arrangement of the vocals, the backing vocals, and I thought that was really well done, nicely produced. Liked the way it switched gears after the breakdown.
Always
That was
like
great. That was great,
Back.
Jaime.
And
Yeah.
and I thought the outro was kind of cool too.
that. Right.
Almost the world's longest fade there at the end.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Definitely had, to me, like a Zakk Wylde type feel without the
Yeah.
harmonics, you know? That's I just like the heaviness of it. I like the tempo change, like you guys say.
That was great.
Just good song all the way around. Great production.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see that on stage with lots of lights all over the place.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
So
I could see that in a dive bar with no lights and just jamming.
that is
Ugh.
Mississippi Bones. Check them out on Bandcamp. They've got all the
Yeah.
releases available on there. Just tons of music to check out. If you like the heavier sound, do yourself a favor and look up Mississippi Bones.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jim, moving forward. What do you got for us?
moving forward. Well, a band that I have featured before, Cheap Cassettes, out of Seattle, Washington. Going to revisit these guys. I'm a big cheerleader for them.
Mhm.
So they have a brand new EP out, actually a pre-order EP called See Her in Action, 5 songs. Charles Matthews on guitars and vocals, Mike Isberg on bass, and Kevin Parkhurst on drums. So 5 songs: See Her in Action, Only Lovers Left Alive, Little Bit Every Day, which is the song we're going to be hearing tonight. And then they have 2 live songs on there, Valentine, which is a Replacements cover, and Red Line Blue, which is also a live song. So so let's hear A Little Bit Every Day.
Here we go.
Took a drink on the way to work because I couldn't take the shackles they put on. Took a drink on the way home from work because I couldn't shake the shackles on my own. The brutal crawl of time, the numb and kiss and wine, it keeps the guys divine. Oh yeah, man, a little bit every day, 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 a little. Medicine, and that's my only friend. Rather kiss the bottle now than her face. This one's got air that chase and burns without some Holy Spirit's tender sweet embrace. The brutal crawl of time, the numb and kiss and wine, it keeps the gods divine. Oh yeah, man, a little bit every day, 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 a little. The brutal crawl of time, the numb and kiss and wine, it keeps the pain outside. Oh yeah, man, a little bit every day, 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 a little bit.
Well done.
Good stuff. Kind of had ourselves a pop metal sandwich tonight. You
We
know?
did.
Just
We all,
did.
yeah.
a
Yeah.
little bit of tastiness all over the place.
That's right.
What'd
We
you
had
think,
both
Jerry?
pieces
Tell
of-
me about it.
We had both pieces of bread and the meat. I love
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's I don't know, a little Rembrandt's. I don't know. Maybe that's just my mind fading at this age, but it's very poppy.
Yeah.
I love a Strat. I love it when it's trebly. Great drums, great chorus. I like that. Cheap Cassettes. I like that, Jaime. I like that a lot.
Yeah. I like the guitar
Nice
solo.
solo. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Nice solo. Oh,
Good stuff.
yep.
Short and to the point.
Yep.
Right. Frank,
that's for
Frank,
sure.
how long was the song?
2
Oh
minutes, 3
gosh.
seconds.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, that's our Jim.
Very brief.
No, but that's all you need to say is that.
All you need to say,
That's-
right? Little bit of a
that's it.
rockabilly feel at the beginning there.
Oh,
And,
I love that.
was power poppy and
I was listening to another podcast, and Michael Curcio was talking about songs and songwriting, and his motto is "Get to the fucking chorus." Boom. That's it.
he
what a
actually
pop-
learned that from somebody else, I think.
Yes, but that's his motto for songwriting, and
Get to it.
get to it. And that Cheap Cassettes got to it. Right.
Yeah.
off the bat.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's just a delight. That's a delight on the ears, Jim.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff. I know Cheap Cassettes, not to be confused by the Cassettes.
Right.
We've had them on there as well.
We've had them on as well.
Yep.
And I think further on down the line, what we need to do is a revisit episode anyways. And I think I've mentioned this before, but we should each pick a band. Jim's this is old hat to him, but we should pick a band that we've had on before. And I keep getting lots of notices of a lot of the bands we've had on have got new music out.
New music coming out. I try to post. I try to just post it up on the Facebook page.
Right.
Like, see new stuff, but
It'd be good to have like a little revisit episode. And,
Yes, I
check
agree.
out some of the older bands, but
Mhm.
that'll be further on down the line.
Yep.
I want to say that anybody listening, if you've got an artist or you know an artist or a band and you want them featured on our show, just shoot us an email at jfjshow@gmail.com and we will definitely check them out. However, and I'm sure both my co-hosts will tell you, if you got a crappy production, we ain't playing it. I listen to about first 10 seconds of a song and know whether or not I want to continue. And it's always with those muffled drum machine drums. It's the same beat every time, or a distorted guitar that sounds like it's got a pillow in front of the amp. You know, if you can't get a good production going, who wants to listen to your music? So put out a good effort. If you know anybody, send them our way. And
that's the boss talking to you, folks.
just want to be able to enjoy the song sonically, you know.
right.
Oh, boy.
It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, if you
No.
got loads of attitude, but
Right. It's got to be listenable. Got to be
it's got to
something
be listenable though.
other than a 4-track cassette from 1974 or something like that. I don't want to hear the tape wobbling. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, anyways, what, Jerry? Was there anything you'd like to add?
I just no. I'm in my head right now. I want to secretly text Jaime. What does Frank mean? No, that's why we love you. That's why we love you. It's on our show. You're like, hey, effers,
Yeah,
tighten up.
couldn't
I
be
love
more
it.
plain. Make it listenable. That's all.
I love
That's
it.
all. I would
And I don't
rather
know, I've
hear.
never heard the term. I never heard the term pillow in front of the amp. So if
It's
somebody
muffled,
knows
just-
something I don't know.
Just
Okay.
muffled sounding. And you know what? If you have a good production and you can't sing or you have mistakes in the song, I'd rather listen to that than a bad
yeah.
production.
Oh yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. And no auto tune.
This is 2021, folks.
Oh,
Why are
that's
we
right.
still putting out demos that sound like they're from the 70s?
And please
Yeah.
don't gather all your demos together and put them in a vault
Yeah.
and release them, because I'm gonna show up and find
Usually,
the vault.
when searching
Oh, no demos.
and the band's album name is Demos,
Wow.
it's not good. It's
You know
not
what? You know what I can top that with, Frank? Sorry to interrupt. Re-recorded.
I know you don't like that.
It's 25 years later,
Yeah.
dude. You don't even have long hair anymore.
Don't have hair. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going there.
Well, it's
I
okay.
mean, but no, but the thing is that you hear these. They've got me twice. I don't know if it was Nazareth or Sweet or something. They got me twice. Been gotten twice over the decades.
Yeah.
You know, I listen to it. I go, that's not how it went.
Yeah.
But then I'll think it's my mind. Yeah, it was AM radio. You were 17. Then I'll listen to the next tune. I know that's not how that went. And then look it up, re-recorded.
Yeah.
28 years later, after the fact.
No, not for Jerry.
But they got my $9.99.
There you
They
go.
sure did. Yeah. No demos, no re-recordings, please. Leave it.
I wanted to ask Jim about this. Thank you for reminding me about the UFO 6 or 8 CD box set.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw
Strangers in the Night. Every show that was used to make Strangers in the Night. It's
Thank
all
you,
on
Ronnie
iTunes.
Barnett. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, it's on iTunes. I looked it up after I saw Ronnie's post.
Really?
I bought it.
Yeah.
The,
You bought the CD
CDs.
version?
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to show up, but it's on iTunes, so I'm listening to it now.
CD's cheaper than iTunes, Jaime.
Yeah.
CD was like $3 cheaper than the iTunes.
Yeah, go figure. But I wouldn't have known
Thanks,
about
Apple.
it. Yeah, had Ronnie not mentioned it, I would have.
I
wouldn't
had
know
no
existed.
idea that was the same here. Thank you, Ronnie, again. I had no idea.
Yeah.
When he showed it, I saw how he got it CD, folks, and then I saw how thick the box is. I go, that's just a record. Then I got the gist. Oh, that's all the shows they did,
Right.
and then they picked the cream of the crop from those.
Yeah.
What a clever idea!
Well, especially for
Well, that's, I don't know. Intensities in 10 cities.
yeah, but that's one CD, you know.
That's pretty groovy. Yeah.
One record.
Right. But I mean, that's the way a lot of bands do it.
They're all
right?
jammed. Yeah. Just put
Like, I mean,
together.
if they had a Kiss Alive that was recorded, how many nights they play in Cobo Arena in Detroit, Michigan?
Right.
3 nights
3 nights. Yeah.
for the recording? Release
Well,
each night.
We're finding out now there was all kinds of shows that were used.
Yeah.
Same
Hey,
with Kiss
Gene, you're
Alive, too.
lagging. You're
Yeah.
lagging, bro. There's money to be made.
Yeah. Well, I'll
Same
tell.
with Cheap Trick. I bought that. Yeah. Budokan in order as they played. Oh,
That was great. The complete
Oh.
show.
oh
was
the complete
great.
show. Oh,
Yeah.
UFO, 7 cities. Oh, thank you, Ronnie, again. Yeah.
Closing out, Jerry, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, just at the tail end of that, got that album for my Christmas when I was 16. But to really end it, folks, there's all kinds of lovely rock and roll out there, folks. New bands, especially during the COVID, the pandemic. Thank God we got technology, so these cats can be in different states and lay down some groovy stuff. So, folks out in Conspiracy Land, just keep rocking.
There you go.
Yeah.
I really don't have anything to add to that. You're right on the money. There's plenty of music out there. Rock and
It's out
roll is
there.
alive and
It's
kicking. All
beautiful.
you got to do is search for it.
That's it.
And same with good pop music. Jim proves that week in and week
Oh,
out.
That was great, Jaime.
Yeah.
Wow. Cheap
And,
Cassettes.
some of those pickups you got on those 7-inch records, great music there. So look forward to what you have on the future episodes.
Mm.
And if you discover music ever gets their shit together, I may get some albums to share on our mail call.
Well,
We'll
I
see.
told you about the Walmart.
Yeah.
It's shipped. It's delayed.
Right.
Well, how? It's not available. It's out of stock. Well, then how'd you ship it?
Yeah.
First?
Yep.
Sorry.
It's all
Frank's
good.
rant bled into my rant. Sorry.
Jim, before you send us on home, you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, support music, and support your brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
Walk in there, and you'll find something to walk out with. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I'm gonna tell you, my grandmother, my mama, she used to send me $100 for my birthday, and I could go to Music Plus and buy 15.
I was gonna say that's a
records.
Music Plus
geez.
shopping spree
Oh,
right there.
Yeah.
9, 10 albums.
Yeah. Nowadays, that $100 might get me 3 or 4 albums, especially if
2
they're double
downloads,
albums.
yeah.
Sucks, but still, got to buy that music. Got to have it.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I was looking through some records today, and I came across a Bad Company record that I have in there. $2.99, right?
$2.99.
Midline price.
Yeah. I've got a
Oh,
Neil Diamond. I don't know. I forget which one it is from Jimco. And it was $3.99, but most of the record $3.49. Most of the records at Music Plus were $3.99.
Yeah.
And I remember when they slowly went up, I thought, who do we talk to about this? $5
Right.
for
Yeah.
a record. What the
it's
hell?
preposterous. No.
Yes.
Highway robbery.
Yeah. Well, like I
Had we
said,
known-
when
had we
I
known-
left the record store,
Excuse me.
$18.99 for a new CD, right? That was the
Yeah.
list price.
Right.
But now you buy a brand new CD off an artist, and they're $10.
Yes.
Trying to
Some
think of the last
some
time I
cases
bought a
less.
CD.
Do you remember the first? This is for Jim first. What was the first CD you bought?
Very first CD I bought.
Well, he's thinking, Jerry, you
I
can't
don't
remember?
I don't even know what the first.
I
I can tell you
have
what the
no
first record
clue.
was I bought, but I can't
Right.
tell you the first CD. I want to say maybe it was like Houses of the Holy, or
Okay.
I want to say it's maybe a Zeppelin CD.
All right. I know for a fact the very first CD that I ever bought was
gosh.
it was funny because I bought it and then our buddy Greg actually gave me the same CD as a gift. But it was David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile.
Oh,
I didn't get
Give me
into
a glazed
CDs.
donut. Yeah.
Yep. I didn't get into CDs for the first couple of years because I thought this is a fad. This isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just getting
What do they think they're
my
doing?
cassette collection up, you know.
Right.
right. And then you had to because you couldn't take it in the car with you for one
No.
thing. Nobody
Well,
had a CD player in the car.
I
No.
did end up getting one of those snakes for my
Right.
CD Walkman.
But that was later.
Bounced all over the place
Oh,
that had
did
the
I do
cassette
that?
adapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, it was-
put the cassette in and had the little thing hanging out.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
did I do that?
It took me a while to get a CD player, but I could see the writing on the wall because you'd walk into the record store and they'd have all these CDs and like the vinyl section was getting
Slowly shrinking.
smaller and smaller and smaller.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, and now you notice the vinyl is growing again.
Oh, as it should be, guys.
Yep.
Had I had the foresight or the hindsight to keep all of my vinyl back from the day,
Yeah.
ooh, I could open up my own record shop
Sure.
easily.
Yeah.
All the Cheap Trick I had, all the Kiss.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Yeah, hindsight.
that's it.
Yeah.
All right, Jim, why don't you take us on home?
Shop is closed.